Hey Joey, this is going to be your USB recording interface. This is going to be this square jack that goes in there, and then this piece goes into your computer. So there's no external power, it's just a USB interface into the computer. You're going to boot the computer up. When you boot the computer up, it's going to say activate now or ask me later. This is probably not a legal version of Windows, so we'll just say ask me later. Okay, and then it's going to have some stuff, and then it's going to boot up. When it boots up into Windows, you really only care about one thing, and that's going to be Tracktion 5, and that's here in this top corner right here. I'm going to double click Tracktion 5, and it's going to open. Now what I have listed for you is all your active projects. So there's Cherry Cherry, Crackling Diamond, there's tabs up there. But for this case, let's pick one. Let's pick I'm a Believer. When you click I'm a Believer, you're going to see an edit for I'm a Believer. Okay, that's really what you want to click to open up the project, is the edit the I'm a Believer. These are just all the tracks that have been recorded. But I'm just going to click here to I'm a Believer. And this is actually your song in here. So what I have down here is a reference track. Okay, so this is where you're going to be able to listen to the music. And then you can put your bass in here and your backup vocals. Okay, we're going to pause for a second. Okay, now that we have the song selected, let's go over the USB interface. On the back, there's going to be two pieces right here and here. Channel 1, Channel 2. These are the only things you need on the back. This could either be a 1/4-inch plug or an XLR microphone, either one. So let's say you plug in the channel 1. This here is just going to tell you high impedance, low impedance, and then you can set your microphone or bass volume. Generally what I will do is put my microphone in here, set my level, put my bass in here, and just record all my bass tracks. This way this is set for my bass. Again, this is high or low. This green light tells you if you're doing good or not. Now the next one is a little tricky. This one is for your monitor, your input monitor. This is very important. This kind of tells you this is your mix. Are you going to hear, this would be all reference track, 0 vocal or bass. This would be all bass or vocal, microphone, and none of the reference tracks. So generally I start in the middle, and if you want to hear a little bit more of the reference track, you go here. If you want to hear more of yourself, so this just tells you on the mix how much do you want to hear. Stereo mono, this is your volume, overall volume control, and this is your headphone jack. So it's a very simple user interface. Alright, so let's assume you have your microphone or your bass hooked up. In this case, we're going to say bass. I'm going to go to the bass. I'm going to highlight this track. It's going to say input 1 or 2. Let's say you plug your bass in the input 2. You're almost ready. Right here, you have to click this to arm it. When you click this to arm it, that means you're ready to record. If I go to record without that, I'm going to hit the record button down here. When I hit the record button, it's going to say recording only possible when at least one active device is set up. So it's telling me that even though I selected this, I have to arm it and get it set. That means you're ready to record. So with that being set up, I'm able to record just like a cassette deck. I can go forward. I'm going to hit record, and now I'm recording on the track. The reference track on the bottom is playing. I can see the volume there. I could put the volume up or down. I would leave it at 0, but you're going to record. You can set your stuff. Now you have two choices. If you don't like this, you could abort this and it'll stop. Or if you're recording and you say, oh man, I messed up, I just want to start over again, abort and restart. Okay, and if you like what you recorded, then you just hit stop, and then that would be your recorded track. Now let's say you did good up until the 5th measure. You take this, put it back to measure 5, put your mouse at measure 3, and hit record now. And I'm just going to wait, and then at measure 5 I'm going to start recording again. So this is how you can record tracks, record the same track, and if you make a mistake, so let's say I get to 11 and I make a mistake, I'm going to hit stop, drag this back to bar 11, and I gotta be careful. I really need to grab this corner and bring it back. I don't want to slide the whole track, and you'll see, like, if I grab this, that slides the whole track, and I don't want to do that. But I go to 11, I can put my mouse here at bar 9, hit that tells me I'm at 8, and there I'm at bar 9, and then I can hit record. And now I'm starting the record again. So this tells you how you could jump back and forth. If I'm good, I'm going to hit stop. If I don't like it and I just say, oh, that was just awful, I'm going to highlight that track, or maybe I want to highlight this track, and hit delete. And now that track is gone, or this track. If I just don't like that, I'm going to highlight the track, hit delete. Pretty intuitive once you get used to it. And here's another one. If I didn't like this, I'm gonna hit that and delete. Or let's just say, you know what, I'm having a real problem here. I'm just gonna go to tracks, create a new track, and maybe I just want to start over again. So I created a new track, track number 5, I armed it, and now I'm ready to record on track number 5. So this is if you just wanted to add your own track. Maybe you said, hey, I got 2 backup vocals, but I want to add a 3rd backup vocal. That's how you would add a track. And that's pretty much all you need to know, is to play and record. Now, when you get done, if you want to hear it back, you would just hit this button, the play button, and you could hear what you did. And again, you could go over here, you could turn your headphone volumes up or down. You could put more or less into the mix. And you would see by here, this light would go green or red when you're recording. If it's red, it's not good. Obviously, you want to be, you'll record a mono, and when you record a mono, you'll be able to see when you, after you get done recording, you know, where you're at on the track. All right, I hope this helps you. Thanks, Joe.